Did Donald Trump watch a baby drown? Possibly. The information comes from the Epstein files, and in those Epstein files, there was an FBI tip sheet in there from a woman who was interviewed by the FBI that claimed that when she was 13 years old, she was trafficked by her uncle to Jeffrey Epstein. This woman became pregnant during the course of her sex trafficking captivity, and that your president, Donald Trump, was there to witness the whole thing. And this woman also claimed that Trump was heavily involved in the sex trafficking with Epstein for years. Is it true? Who knows? There's a lot of stuff in these files that need to be verified. It may be true, it may not. Sounds pretty much par for the course for someone like Trump, but we'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Back. Did Donald Trump watch a baby drown? Possibly. The information comes from the Epstein files, and in those Epstein files, there was an FBI tip sheet in there from a woman who was interviewed by the FBI that claimed that when she was 13 years old, she was trafficked by her uncle to Jeffrey Epstein. This woman became pregnant during the course of her sex trafficking captivity, and that your president, Donald Trump, was there to witness the whole thing. And this woman also claimed that Trump was heavily involved in the sex trafficking with Epstein for years. Is it true? Who knows? There's a lot of stuff in these files that need to be verified. It may be true, it may not. Sounds pretty much par for the course for someone like Trump, but we'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.
J.D. Vance is an assassin. Let's talk about it. Okay, so a couple days ago at GriftFest, a few things happened. One thing was Erica Kirk let it slip that the whole thing is a grift. Freudian slip. We all knew it. It's good to hear her say it. I mean, the first step of recovery is admitting you have a problem. So that was good to hear. But the funniest thing, at least I thought it was the funniest thing, was Nicki Minaj, who I had no idea was MAGA, but then again, I had no idea she was still alive. So I don't know. I'm an old white guy. Anyway, she got on stage and called J.D. Vance an assassin. Interesting choice of words, considering she was standing on stage with Erica Kirk, and, Erica Kirk's husband was just assassinated by an assassin. And Nicki Minaj just flat out said, "Hey, Erica, your new main squeeze, he's an assassin." I wonder if these two are going to become besties now. Probably not. I wonder also, what's Erica going to think the next time the couch fucker is on top of her? Is she going to be thinking, "This is an assassin"? I don't know. Maybe. We'll never know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye. Gallup's got some new poll numbers out. Let's talk about it. Okay, Uncle Dementia's not going to be happy. We're going to run through some of these numbers pretty quick here. It's all bad for the GOP heading into next year's midterms. From Gallup, approve of Trump, 36%. Disapprove, 59%. Minus 23. Democrats, yeah, Republicans. Independents, 25% approve, 68% disapprove. That's the number he needs reversed, and Republicans need reversed. Age groups, 18 to 34, minus 43. 35 to 54, minus 23. Ages 55 and up, old whites like me, the racists that carry him every election, that love him to death, minus 10, with the old white race insane. College graduates, minus 22. Of course, because smart people don't like him. He even admitted that. Non-college, minus 18. The stupid people that he loves. Stupid people love me. Remember? Not anymore. Men, his bread and butter again, minus 11. Women, minus 34. Whites, minus 6 with the whites. Non-whites, minus 50. A lot of Latinos, Somalis, everybody else. Not now. Things are not looking good for Don, and that means they're not looking good for the GOP heading into next year. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Sometimes MAGA math just doesn't math.
Something by 100%, the cost goes down to zero. If you cut it by 4, 5, or 600%, the drug companies are actually paying you to take their product. So it raises the question, how much of last night's speech was hyperbole and how much was fact?
No, what he's saying, if a drug was $100 and you bring the drug down to $13, right? If you're looking at it from $13, it's down 7 times.
It's not a 600%.
Well, but it's 700% higher price before. It's down 700% now, right? So a $13 would have to go up 700% to get back to the old one. So it all depends on when you look at it. You could say it would have to go up 700% to be the same one. So it just depends on what you look at it. But basically what he's saying, and we all know what he's saying, is we are hammering the price of drugs down. That's what's happening.
Is the Kentucky bourbon industry being damaged by Trump's tariffs? The short answer is yes. According to reports, Jim Beam is stopping production at its main facility in Kentucky in 2026. And one of the reasons is that Trump's trade war with Canada has led to a sales decline of 60% of their bourbon. That's a big number. Other distilleries, such as Jim Beam and others, have also announced that they will be slashing their production next year, which will lead to layoffs and more economic damage for the people of Kentucky. My question is, for the people of Kentucky, why do you still support Donald Trump? Why? Vlad and Chi, no, Don's time is up. Let's talk about it. Okay, so word on the street is that Vlad and Chi are very excited and very happy to see that our president of the United States, Donald Trump, is in failing health, mentally and physically, because they feel that the worse he gets, the more they can take advantage of him, which is true. And I know that we're all waiting for that day that he just drops. And I know most of us are waiting and hoping that he drops live on national television. That would be awesome. But having said that, we don't need him to die just yet. We have some midterms coming up a year from now, a little less than a year from now, and we'd like Don alive for those because we want the DNC and independent organizations and PACs to spend all the money on ads tying every Republican running for every elected office to Donald Trump. Everybody from a governor, a senator, a congressman, state legislatures, dog catchers, doesn't matter. The DNC, the Democrats need to tie every single Republican that's running next year to Donald Trump. So if he dies before the midterms, that doesn't really help us, now does it? So we need him alive and still being a loon and a loser with crappy poll numbers so that we can tie his crazy ass to them and sweep everything and leave no doubt about who should be in charge in this country and why Trump and his cronies shouldn't. So as much as I'd like to see him drop today, I think it's all in our best interest if we just hold off and at least drag him to the finish line next November. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Greenland and battleships. Okay, let's talk. I wasn't planning on making another video tonight, but here we are. Trump has announced that he wants to build battleships. For those of you that don't know, we decommissioned our last battleship in 1992 and make them anymore. And there's a strategic reason for that. They're not relevant anymore in modern warfare. They're just not. In fact, they're probably more of a liability. They're definitely not going to help us anywhere. But Donald Trump is old and demented and stupid and doesn't understand that. So this will be a complete waste of money and time and effort. If we can even build battleships today, who even knows? Next up, Greenland. We're back to Greenland. He wants to take it over. Again, we're 11 months in and he's already rerunning old crap that he tried before. It's like a bad sitcom that has gone on just way too long and is in its 8th or 10th season, and the writers have just given up and there's just no energy in the room and they're just rehashing old crap. But we're not 8 or 10 seasons in. We're 11 months in and he's rehashing this crap that is never going to happen. What's next? Are we going to rename the Gulf of Mexico? What the hell is he doing? If anybody has any answers, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Talk to you guys later. Bye.